Yes, but why doesn't she miss you yet? And how do you make her deeply feel your absence? Introduction. Imagine if you stopped talking, thinking she would miss me now, but instead she acts like she doesn't care. No messages, no calls, no signs that she's even noticed your absence. What's really going on in her head? And more importantly, what you can do to make your absence hit her so hard that she won't be able to ignore it. Stay close, because it's not just about silence. It's about turning that silence into strength. Part 1. Why does silence often not work? Let's be realistic. Silence is a double-edged sword. If you use it with confidence, it can create distance and desire. But if you use it as a desperate tactic to get her attention, it backfires. Most guys think if I stop texting, she'll realize how much she needs me. But the truth is, silence only works when it's real. If you're sitting and constantly checking your phone, wondering when she's going to text, she feels it. Women are intuitive. She will feel that you are still emotionally clinging to her. True silence is not a game. It is a reflection of power. This is when you pull away not to make her pursue you, but to focus on yourself. It's a matter of self-respect, not manipulation. Part 2. The mistake of wanting immediate results. That's where most people fail. They expect silence to work quickly. You're silent for 3 days and you start thinking, okay now. But emotions don't move according to your schedule. When someone is used to constant attention, your silence may seem like a relief at first, but gradually something changes. This comfort disappears, and in its place comes uncertainty, doubt, curiosity, and eventually longing. But this only happens if you don't violate. Gorenje is a slow burn. It's a long game, and it only works when you're not just waiting, you're developing. Part 3. How women perceive silence differently. Men and women perceive emotional distance differently. When a man stops talking, he thinks it will immediately cause regret. But this is not the case. At first, she may feel relaxed, like, finally, a space. But over time, if you're silent, really silent, it breaks her expectation. She begins to wonder, wait, why didn't he text me? He's finished. He's gone. That's the twist. Even if she starts to feel this tension, she won't show it. She will remain calm on the outside. But inside, she replays her memories, rethinks her decisions, and feels a quiet pressure building. The silence forces her to confront the emotions she has been avoiding. But again, it takes time. Part 4. Silence is useless without growth. Silence without self-improvement is just dead air. If you sit and do nothing, obsessed with her, she won't feel your absence. She will sense your weakness. But if you use this time to build, to become stronger, sharper, better, then everything will change. Start exercising. Immerse yourself in your passion. Take your career to the next level. Restore your confidence. That's what she notices. Not the silence itself, but the kind of person you become during it. Suddenly, she sees pictures, hears from mutual friends, notices the glow, and thinks, did I underestimate him? Is this exactly the shift you need? Part 5. Why does chasing her destroy everything? Let's be clear. The worst thing you can do after being silent is to start stalking. The moment you text her out of nowhere, I miss you, can we talk? You're giving away your power. And worse, you're confirming everything she suspected, that you were just playing a game, that you were never truly forgotten by her. When you're stalking, you're killing the mystery, you're relieving the tension, and she doesn't have to guess anymore because you've made it obvious. Remember that. People don't appreciate what's always available. They crave what they can't get to the fullest. Let her come to you. Part 6. The psychology of absence. When you disappear from someone's life, you create a void, and that void makes them reflect. They start remembering what it's like to be around you. Your energy, your presence, your consistency. And if your presence adds value, your absence will be deeply felt. She'll start asking herself, why do I miss him? I made a mistake. He's happier without me. But none of that will happen if your silence isn't backed up by content. So be a man who doesn't just disappear. Be a man who develops in silence. Part of this, when she holds out her hand. What do you do? M.